So let's talk about the secret to selling you more. Okay. Think about this. Would you buy from you? Would you buy from you? I love watching salespeople. I love being sold. I love buying things from other salespeople, and I love watching if they're any good at it or not, because I'm really good at it, and I really understand how to sell, and I really understand the reason I really understand how to sell is I understand why people buy or how they actually make the buying decision. So I love watching salespeople. So would you buy from you? And so one problem that we have to shore up is you probably have a self-image problem around selling, how you see yourself, how you're presenting yourself. I was on a call the other day, and a guy showed up on a call, and he's got a ball cap on, a t-shirt, and a sweater. And I said, dude, you gotta get up and get friggin' dressed in the morning. Like you look like you make about $20, not $1 million. So you got to look like you make $1 million, not like you make $20. And so we've got to present ourselves in a good image. I just built this office here. I had the office, but I built this bookshelf and the studio, and everything. And like Bob told me, he said, Doug, you gotta build a better studio. I had this really crappy bookshelf. Actually, it wasn't a crappy bookshelf. It was a very expensive bookshelf. But Bob goes, it looks like a friggin' bunch of wire and some wood planks. And on camera, it didn't look that great. I liked it when I bought it, but I kind of looked at the image that you would be looking at. Man, oh man, he's right. And so I built this beautiful office. And as soon as it was done, I bought a brand new desk and some chairs. And, I got my assistant to furnish the shelves. And instantly my image changed. I felt more confident. I just felt better, being on camera here. I wasn't self-conscious of what was behind me, and that makes all the difference. So you really got to work on your self-image, how you present yourself, how do you look, how do you talk, and then how you see yourself as well. The first thing you need to do in order to sell more is decide on how much money you want to earn. You got to decide exactly how much you want to earn. Most people want to earn a lot more than they think, or they think they want to earn a lot more than they need, and they settle for a hell of a lot less. So they think, I want to make $1 million. Well, they don't really want to make $1 million. They want to make 600,000 or whatever the number is. You got to get crystal clear on exactly how much money you want to earn to live the way that you want to live. You got to get crystal clear on what service you're going to give in return for the money. That's really important. You got to get crystal clear on what are you going to give in exchange for the money, because you do not receive anything unless you provide valuable service. That's how you earn more money. I put a little post up this week. If you want to 10x your income, then 10x the value that you bring to the marketplace. You just get better and provide better service, and your income goes up automatically. And also, you got to fall in love with the idea of helping other people get what they want, because that's what selling is. Selling is helping people figure out what they want and then showing them how to get what they want. That's the key to selling. Okay. And so you got to fall in love with the idea of selling. You got to fall in love with the idea of giving. You got to fall in love with the idea of serving. I can do this call at 11 o'clock at night. I can do this call at 6 o'clock in the morning. I just love getting on here and helping people to do more, to be more. And so you've got to fall in love with the idea. If you want to get rich from selling, then enrich the lives of the people that you're selling. If you want to get rich in selling, enrich the lives of the people that you're selling, your prospects. You need a crystal clear goal that you're shooting towards, and it must be short term. All right. You want to have long term goals. Like we want to have these. We want to have. Pardon me. Let me take a drink of water. Cheers. Sometimes I get so friggin' fired up I can't even talk. You need a goal that is crystal clear and that you can see in the distance. Okay. Now your big goal might be to summit Mount Everest. Let's say that's your real big goal. But you got to get to base camp 1. So you need these short-term goals that you can see. If your goals are too far out, well, guess what you do? You procrastinate. I got lots of time. It's only the end of March. I'm doing pretty well. I'm off to a pretty good start. I'm a little off track, but I got lots of time to catch up. And all of a sudden the year's over and you're right back in the same freaking place you were last year. So I think it's important that you set a short-term goal, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days max, that's leading you ultimately to where you want to go. You're going to have to change your mind about selling, okay? You're going to change your mind about selling. Selling is helping, finding out what people want and helping them to get, as I said. So you got to change your mindset about selling. You've got a mindset about selling. You're probably not even aware of it. And I'm going to give you an exercise at the end of the show to clear up the mindset you've got around selling. And so you've got the right attitude towards it. You got to understand what makes people buy from you. Okay. People are aspiring to be better, and they want to just do better. And they've got problems in their life that they're looking to solve, or looking for you to help solve, so they can enjoy their life and avoid, pain. People buy to gain pleasure or to avoid pain. Now, the good news is if they're talking to you, if somebody's sitting down and talking to you, whether you approach them or they called you, either way, if they're sitting down with you, they're hoping you can solve their problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be sitting down with you. So just the fact that you're talking to somebody, that's good news. All right. And you have to understand that they're looking to see you to see if you can solve their problem. And so what you've got to do is understand what actually makes people buy. Okay. Now, the key thing is you've got to find out what their main point is or problem and stick to it. Salespeople go all over the place. They talk too much. Really, you should probably only be talking about max 20% of the time. The only talking you really should be doing is probably asking questions and then listening to the answers. And then you might, when you do talk, you might feedback to make sure you understand what they said. So what you're telling me, the problem is ... Did I get that right? Yeah, you got that right. Let me ask you another question. Your job is to uncover what their problems are. Find out what it is that they want, why they're not getting it, what's getting in their way. And you do that by asking really good questions. So you find out, once you find out what the main point is, you stick to it. What salespeople do is you want to take somebody down this road. They want to go down this road. Now, imagine this is sort of 5 problems somebody has, okay? My 4 fingers of thumb represent 5 different problems. And each one goes off in a different direction. Well, you got to find the main point, the number 1 point, and go down that road with them and work with them and show them how they can get what they want. Chances are, if you solve this problem, you'll solve the rest of the